Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips in the balance of the favor of fair use. Welcome to Blended Healing. Check please. Nah, your feelings don't matter anymore. I'm done. I'm done. How many times have you said that? Because every single human being is entitled to their feelings about any given matter. And these feelings can be positive, negative, or in between. Feelings can be warnings, and sometimes they can be a defense mechanism that enables us in the worst way. I'm done. You done. We all done. We done. That's why we asking for the check, because we ready to get up off the table. We leaving the table. We done. Here's one thing. Feelings, if they're unchecked, can harm other people. And it creates a false sense of reality. Your feelings should have a boundary, and that's truth. And far too long and far too often, how somebody feels is actually layered into a situation. Those you speaking the facts. The facts are being abused for the sake of feelings. Too many people want their feelings to validate them in any situation. So how one feels is what makes them right in every circumstances that they take, right? You know that's far from the truth. Having feelings destroy lives and families and communities. And there's times that feelings can even cause you to forfeit you making that bad. Having feelings without reason or understanding leads to what? Hypocrisy, failed relationships, a false sense of what is and what is not. And in your own personal experience, it's all built up in feelings. And if you're not careful about how you feel based on your experience, can cause some type of judgment of other people that may be wrong. How many times have you said, that is just how I feel? Check, please. Your feelings are no longer valid. Think about it. Some of us have cursed all the men and women to hell because of how we feel. Some have been abused and exposed to all of this toxicity because of the way that we feel. Sometimes they ain't able to absorb information that would allow them to make informed decisions or position because feelings get in the way. And if you aren't careful, your feelings will become the lie that one person can use to justify why they behaved in their unfavorable way. That's called transference, projection. So you end up feeling disrespected in a place where you were not, when you were not prepared, and you didn't even know that the disrespect was coming. And when the truth was told, it didn't defend you, so it was all wrong. In that moment, the other person was wrong. They didn't give a shit about your feelings. I want you to think about this. How you feel is not a pass for you to mistreat people. How they feel is not a pass to mistreat people. Everybody needs to take a moment to and stop and think about that. Just because you may be having a bad day, not feeling good, or dealing with some other past shit that was going on with you, whether you were annoyed at the way your life is going, and then you get upset with somebody else and even upset with the divine, regardless of what is wrong. None of these things gives a person the right to mistreat another person. There's nothing wrong with getting help to manage your feelings and your emotions. But at this point in your time right now, I need you to be a balanced person. But I'm done. Check, please. I'm not going to allow you to mistreat me no more. The people in my life that love me, appreciates me for taking the time to heal so that I can be better for myself and for other people. Just because you older and your age doesn't make you right, regardless of your feeling on the situation. I need you to know that years and feelings are not replacements for objective. I'm trying to get the correct political word. For your objectivity. I'll just leave it at that. People need to be able to be logical and rational and back up their position if it's done in the right way. I can't expect somebody to come over to my position regarding whatever I'm feeling, whether it's politics, whether it's all other kinds of stuff that's going on in this world or in my current environment, simply because I'm alive and I have an age of understanding. You see, what I do is I take the time to study and research and be humble and open enough to hear from other people what type of work that they're doing and what they can do and add to the discussion. I tell people all the time, you're never too old to learn more. And titles don't mean we know it all, even though we might feel like we do. I'm sitting at the table talking to you, baby. Remember that you have to get out of your feelings and look at the situation truthfully, even if you don't like it. Your dislike does not change the truth. The wisdom that's being shared often. We share as much as we can, but that doesn't make it the truth. I'm not telling you that you don't have the right to your feelings, but your feelings don't change the matter. It's important for you to see what matters and see what people that you have that's in your corner, aside from whatever you feeling. You got to be able to hear what is said on the matter without hearing it through the filter of your feelings. Get yourself acquainted with what's going on in your world, the stuff that's going on around you, so you can have a better perspective. That's just a suggestion. I'm not trying to erase your feelings, but it does give you a better chance to being fair with yourself and other people. Because you know what? Check, please. Because I feel you don't even deserve a second chance. Because we find ourselves giving second chances to other people when they stomp all over our shit. Now, far be it from me to say. Sometimes it's the right call. Other times, nah, I'm good. I'm good. You and your feelings can go over there. Because there's certain type of people who simply don't deserve the second chance. Or third. Or fourth. Yeah, I know. It's hard, right? It's harsh. But believe me, it's not about being unkind. It's about preserving your peace, preserving my peace. But here's the thing, everybody's different. Who you think twice about giving the olive branch back to. Think about it. Who I will not give the olive branch back to? Somebody who habitually lies. Now, we ain't no saints. We all are sinners. We all tell white lies from time to time. It's a part of being human. But there's a difference between those little simple fibs. Even though a lie is a lie is a lie. But then when you go to somebody who ain't got nothing else to do but be a habitual liar in your face, they have a knack of having a complex relationship with truth and reality. They lie so much they lie out of habit, even when the truth would serve them better. It's like an automatic response for them that they just turn right on. Could you imagine sitting across the table? Because I'm saying check, please, because right now I ain't got the time to sit over here looking at you, letting you tell me about how you feeling When I know that I had you in my life and there was a constant doubt about the trust issues, that you were emotionally draining to me. Today, I don't feel like being hustled. And giving a second chance to a habitual liar feels like that might be a compassionate thing to do. It's not about holding a grudge. It's about protecting my mental and my emotional well-being. I don't dig emotional manipulators. I don't dig that. It leaves you feeling drained, confused, and questioning your own sanity. Sounds like gaslighting, right? Have you ever had a friend, loosely stated, that had a knack of making everything about them, twisting the conversation and playing the victim, and then guilt tripping you into doing what they wanted you to do? You knew you was being hustled, but they were so good at what they did that you thought the problem was you. You thought that you was overreacting or being too sensitive, but then you learned about emotional manipulation. And that's when it went click. Your friend was an emotional manipulator. They used your feelings against you to serve their own needs. And by giving that person a second chance, meant that you're going to start enduring more manipulation and more guilt trips and more emotional exhaustion. Is it worth it? What about those serial cheaters? The one that compromised your trust. And when that trust is broken repeatedly, it's a sign that the person that you're sitting across right now doesn't deserve a second chance. Serial cheaters are not one-time offenders. They're people who cheat repeatedly, even after being caught and forgiven. Have you ever thought that those people that cheated in their first relationship are 3 times more likely to cheat in their next relationship compared to those who remain faithful to you? Never will I ever deal with some type of narcissistic, some bullshit. I can't, I don't care about your feelings. Check, please. Because if you're a narcissist, you got a personality disorder. You have an inflated sense of self-importance. I'm just putting myself in your shoes when you go and you have this conversation with somebody that you could sit across the table with. You ain't got no empathy, and you have a deep need to have all of the attention and all of the admiration that you suck the air right out of the room. Baby, when you're dealing with a narcissist, they make you feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells. They are the most charming, the most charismatic, and then all of a sudden, like a light bulb switched, they're cold and dismissive. You stand up and you tell them that I will not give you a second chance. You are incapable of even seeing what you do wrong. And then you want to blame me or other people for your shortcomings? Psh, check, please. So not doing that. So not doing that. May I offer that you think real hard about extending an olive branch to somebody that's a narcissist. Because it's not about punishing them, it's about protecting yourself, because you don't know that shit got levels. What about the abuser? The person who claimed that they love you to the end. It is one of the most painful realities for you to accept that the person that you care about is an abuser. And abuse is not just about the physical, it's emotional, it's verbal, it's psychological. It's about power and control. It's about emotions. And that could leave you scarred for life. Baby, I don't want you to think that somebody who cares about you could cause so much harm to you. I need you to remember that abuse is never justified or excusable. And giving a second chance or olive branch to an abuser leads to a cycle of repeated abuse. We know this because we are in Domestic Violence Month. No matter if they'll do it again, you know it's coming. You just don't know when it's coming. And if you have that abuser in your life, I need you to stand tall and say to their face, you do not want a relationship with this person, and you tell them that you deserve respect, kindness, and love. You tell them that you don't compromise on your well-being. You tell them that you are unwilling to deal with somebody who's unable to offer any fundamental human decency for life. Check, please. I'm getting up from the table before you even start that gaslighting bullshit, that psychological manipulation game that you like to play, that makes me want to doubt my own memories, my own perception, and my own sanity. I don't want this emotional abuse anymore from any of y'all. You twisting things around, making me question my own thoughts and my feelings. I, you were good because you had me apologizing for things that I had not even done. You confused me. You frustrated me. I was like living in a mental fog. But guess what? I was able to recognize what was happening. And when I did, I knew I couldn't give you another chance. My loves, if you're dealing with a gaslighter, remember you ain't crazy. and your feelings are validated. And giving a second chance to a gaslighter means you're stepping back into that mental fog. And you deserve clarity and respect, and don't settle for anything less than that. Haven't you been disappointed enough? As you sit across the table to the person that you're telling this to, let them know that all the promises, all the promises, and telling me that your life is getting in your way and you can't keep up with the promises. Let them know that there's a difference between someone who lets you down every now and then compared to you who consistently fail to meet your commitments with me. I'm important and I'm done. You see that serial disappointed that's sitting across from you? It's a person who frequently makes promises to you that they don't keep. They'll have good intentions, but their actions rarely meet their words. And the problem with giving them a second chance is that it's going to lead to more disappointment. They will promise to change everything. They will promise that they will put themselves back on track. But you already know, because you already got the cue card, that the record states otherwise. So before you even start thinking about giving a second chance to that serial disappointer, remember that actions speak louder than words. And trust those people that you know who got your back, that show you that they're reliable, not those who promise to be. I know you sitting in a nice little restaurant, nice little candlelights going on. You set this whole thing up so you can have a conversation with this person sitting across the table. Let them know that positivity is powerful. Let them know that your new stance is that you believe in the power of positivity. The stuff that lifts you up, that inspires you, and gives you the strength to face whatever's going on in your life and your challenges. And you let them know across the table that you are nothing but a bag of negativity that brings me down, that drains my energy, and robs me of my joy. You always looking at the glass as being half empty, and all you do is complain, 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 criticize, and thrive on spreading that doom and gloom shit that I don't want to hear no more. Check, please. Giving them a second chance means that you're inviting more negativity into your life. You have the right to surround yourself with positivity and choose the people in your life carefully, because your happiness may depend on it. Now you can get the check, pay for the dinner, slap the tip on the table, and walk the hell out with your head held high. Walk out, because your emotions and what you feel don't matter to me anymore. I hope I was able to inspire you to look at it in a different way. You deserve so much better than what you're receiving. Act like it. Know who you are. And if you feel your legs are wobbly, you got friends, baby, that'll hold you up and give you the strength that they need, because the whole time you was sitting in that restaurant, 2 tables over, was your road dogs watching it all go down. You feel me? And those are your ride or dies. Thank you for coming through Blended Healing. Be well, stay safe. I say a deep bow to each and every one of you. And if somebody hasn't told you that they love you today, let me be the first. I love you. And you are amazing. Peace and love. Ashe.
I felt this before, and I can't afford to cry. I got work in the morning, I got bills, I got family ties. You're playing with the piece of me. I try not to reason with, not trying to make it clear. Wonder why you even here. Don't you know I can't be caught up on no bullshit. I don't got the time. Don't care who you with or what you're doing. I'm doing it right. Self-care, self-love, selfish. Self-care, self-love, selfish. And I want you to know that I did try my best with you. I cut off all my hoes, that was just for you, and I don't got the time. I'm doing it right. Self-love, self-care, selfish, baby. Self-love, self-care. selfish as fuck right now.